You can't make $100 an hour, but still be the same person as you were when you made $15 an hour. That millionaire version of yourself is not going to have that friend who literally talks down on you and tells you that you can't do these things or you can't make that much money. I think the biggest question, especially when you're in your 20s and you're just trying to figure out life, what is your path? Like, what is meant for you, and are you doing everything right so that you can get to where you need to be and get to a point in life that you are fulfilled and happy? I just feel like it's just this huge question mark on, am I on the right path? And genuinely, I feel like I have gone through so many twists and turns and wrong paths and right paths, and to this day, I still ask myself, am I on the right path? But I feel like I've created this process and this kind of like journey that I do to really solidify and tell me if I am on the right path. And so that is what I wanted to share with you guys today, because I think that this will help so many of you figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, the changes that you need to make, and to really align yourself with the right path, because you will know when you're on the right path. It will feel right. It will feel good. It will align you with all the things that you always wanted, because you're in this mode of attracting and not chasing. Because once you're aligned, everything is so much easier to receive and get, and it just comes to you so naturally. So like, you just know when you're aligned with where you need to be. And there's definitely just like a journey that I've learned throughout life, that like, you can still be on the right path, but it doesn't feel like it because you haven't hit the destination, right? But you're on the right route. Does that make sense? So it's like, you're not yet getting all of the rewards or the success of where you need to be, but you're still on the way there. So don't get it like confused or mixed up that you're on the wrong path because it's not working out right now, you know? And I'm gonna just speak from like just personal experience, because obviously like I haven't lived anyone else's life, but from my own personal experience, I have always, it's like we never know what we want to do, or what's right for us, or like where our lives are always gonna like end up becoming. Basically what I'm saying is that before I ended up doing what I'm doing now, I did certain things, or certain events happened in my life that make sense as to where I'm at right now and what I'm doing, but I never was planning on doing what I'm doing. Let me just explain. So for example, like, I was always that girl in like middle school and high school and college that was just obsessed with social media. Like, I was always that girl at the party or at the like dinner, and I was just like, can we go like sneak off and like, you know, I need you to take some pictures of my outfit. And I would always post them on Instagram. Like, I was very much an Instagram girly at that point. Yeah. And also, like, I think I remember whenever I did the career quiz when I was like in high school to kind of help you figure out your path, I ended up with the results of being a CEO. A CEO, which is like, how do you get that? But at that time, I always wanted to be like an interior designer. And honestly, I think at that time, I wanted to not drop out of high school. Let me just rephrase. I actually didn't even want to go to college at that point. Like, I was literally like an honor student. I was in student council, I was in honor roll. What's that one? Honor society. Yeah, I was like in all those like really good smart people clubs. But I never wanted to go to college, and everyone was like, how are you not gonna go to college? If anyone is going to college, like, it's you. And I was like, no, I don't want to go to college. I have no interest. I want to just do interior design, like I could just go and get a certificate, whatever. So eventually I ended up going to college and even in college, like I found myself really just doing like above and beyond. And even like the group of friends that I was around, even like classmates and stuff, they're like, I could just tell like one day you're gonna be a business owner, like you're gonna have a business, like we're not gonna be surprised. And I'm like, that is the last thing I want to do. I never want to own a business, okay? That just seems so stressful, like no. And so fast forward, the point that I'm getting at now, as an adult, I have owned businesses and I am also on social media. Like this is what I do for a living. And it's just funny because all the clues were there, right? All the clues were there. It just was nothing that I even really thought about or recognized during the time. So that's what I mean by throughout our lives, we kind of have hints of what we should be doing, but we try to control that. And I think that's gonna be like a whole other video, but it wasn't until I like aligned myself with the right path to get to where I'm at. And I want to help you with that today, to recognize if you're on the right path or not, how to correct it, and get you aligned where you need to be in life. The first thing I want to talk about is, what do you value? When I was thinking about creating this video, one of the things that I really wanted to remember that helped me realize and align with my path was figuring out what I valued in life. And this was a huge turning point, and now I look back at it and I'm just like, wow. It's amazing because it's just crazy how things work, and I'm just so excited because the series or like the videos I'm going to be putting out, or I will have already put out, I don't know what order I'm gonna be putting these videos out, but basically it changed my life whenever I recognized my values did not align with what I was trying to do with my life. And it didn't hit me until after that I was like, oh, it makes so much sense. So when I graduated college, my plan was to kind of close my fairly new business. At that point, I was just kind of doing it just to make money. Like I really did not expect any of it to end up to where I'm at today. But I actually have, I'll link my video about my story if you're more interested in that, if you're new to like my page. I'll have that link down below for you. But basically after college, I was really determined to just kind of close my business down and go and use my degree and get my career started. So the career that I was trying to go for, I was trying to work at these corporate offices where I would be working 40 to 50 hours a week. And my values for life really did not align with that. My values were to just have the freedom to be able to wake up every single day and be in control of the decisions that I made and did for that day. Like I wanted the freedom to do so. And long story short, because you're gonna go ahead and watch my story down below, literally God, the universe was like, if you go down this path, it's not gonna align with your purpose or really what you want in life. So I ended up not getting hired from any of the jobs that I applied for. And instead that month was one of the biggest months for my business. And that actually aligned more with my values of having the freedom to be able to wake up whenever I wanted and do whatever I wanted within my day. And that's kind of how I got here, which I know for a fact I would have been so miserable and so just like stuck if I was really forcing myself to get these jobs and not even allow myself to be open to other opportunities at that point. So once you have clear values of what you want in your life, even though it sounds so impossible and so like there's just no way that this could happen, because trust me, at that point I was just like, I want to make a lot of money and I want to be able to wake up every single day and do whatever I want in the day, but how am I gonna do this without a job. Trust me, it works out because I am living proof. I have not worked for anyone. In the past 3, almost 4 years, I get to wake up anytime, do whatever I want with my time. So please, even though it doesn't sound like feasible at that point, just trust yourself, okay? Just trust yourself, because once you figure out your values, you're going to want to analyze your life and do what feels right for you. Learn how to trust your intuition, learn how to trust yourself. Because when I first started my business, Crochet Cosmetics, I got fired the day of my launch, okay? I had no source of income coming. I still had bills to pay. I was actually in college taking 18 credit hours. And I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to sell as many lip glosses as I possibly can to cover my bills and I'll be fine. Like, I wasn't panicked. And now looking back at it, I just think that if I was still working for that person, it would have just taken away time and energy that I needed to place into my business to get it to where it needed to be, you know? So honestly, a blessing in disguise, really. But I'm going to be coming out with a video that is fully on how to start trusting your intuition and trusting yourself, because I know that it's really hard, and I know that you can also get into your head and you're like, is this right? Is this not? Am I being crazy? Am I following my intuition? There's just so much that goes into it. So I'm actually making a separate video on that. If it is up by the time that I post this video, I'm gonna have it linked down below as well. But following your intuition, following what feels right is going to only guide you to where you need to be. Then what I want you to do is actually make those changes and get rid of things that do not align with the vision that you see for yourself. So if your goal is to become more financially free, to make more money, to be happier, to be more at peace, you need to make those changes. You can't make $100 an hour but still be the same person as you were when you made $15 an hour. Now, when I moved to Texas, I'm originally from New Mexico. When I moved to Texas, that was really when my business blew up. It was literally the first month that I was here. And I don't want to say do something drastic as in like move, but I definitely think that like changing my environment really helped in that way, because when I was back in New Mexico and I would tell people about, like, you know, making so much a month, it's like hard to tell people that, or hard to tell people like your aspirations and things that you want in life whenever you're literally telling them like, I want to make your yearly salary in a month. It's just not going to really put you in the headspace or the mindset that you need. So it's just changing who you're around, changing the way that you talk to yourself, changing your mindset, adjusting to your environment, whether that's you literally need to move, or just not allowing people to get into your head, you know? And I think that you need to look at who you want to become and see all of the things that you know that person would not have around them. That millionaire version of yourself is not going to have that friend who literally talks down on you and tells you that you can't do these things or you can't make that much money. But that millionaire version does have people who support her, who talk about making just as much money, who desire a similar lifestyle. So you need to take a hard look at your life and make those changes, trust your intuition, and figure out what you value in life and just move accordingly. And I promise you, you will feel when you are aligned and on the right path, because everything is just going to fall into place and work out. I have so much faith in your journey. I love you guys so, so much. If you guys do want to help support my channel, I do have some shoppable links down for you below. If you made it to this point of the video, then comment a black heart down below. Let me know what you think about about this video, and I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video.